Yeah.
Welcome to the show, guys. Vibes TV, Vaughn Johseph Show. Thanks for tuning in.
Woo!
Got Chima Anya with me tonight. Did I even say it right? I don't even.
What's up? You did. Thank you,
right.
man.
I got Nazty Naz over here,
Nasty
always
Naz.
in effect. Thanks for. I haven't seen you in a minute, man.
It's been a hot minute, man. It's a blessing to be back. We're here. We're igniting it with our guest here. So let's get this bitch on the road. Wasn't gonna swear, but
It's all right.
We can swear, right?
It's Vibes TV.
Kids
You
are
can
sleeping, right?
Say whatever you want to say. Yeah, hide the kids. Fuck them. Let's do it.
hide your wife, hide your kids.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
right. Climbing in your windows.
Yeah.
So, you got a new CD out.
Oh shit.
You got a new
CD.
I know I said CD. See, we're talking about games. That's why I'm saying grain. You got a new album.
I got a new album out, bro.
Album out.
It's 2019.
I'm stepping into the new millennium.
Yeah,
Slowly
man.
creeping
I
in.
got a new album, No Pressure, produced entirely by SoulChef. Yeah, man, it's been great to get it out there, man, and the response so far has been super encouraging, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, definitely, and it's definitely my most upbeat. Like, it's definitely my most accessible album to date. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you don't necessarily need to be like a rap, even though we all are rap aficionados around this table here. You don't necessarily need to be that to enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just enjoying figuring out how to put music out in the new ecosystem that we find ourselves in.
It's different now, isn't it?
It's
a
mad
lot different.
It's mad different,
The
man.
flow streams now. That's what's happening.
It's totally different.
You mentioned, you got a new album out with SoulChef.
Word.
I noticed that he's from New Zealand, isn't he?
Word.
Yeah, so how did that link up happen?
So it happened.
Stealing my questions.
Oh,
Read
man.
my iPad.
Oh,
So
my bad.
I did. It's funny, right? I've always had more love from overseas than in London, right? And that, well, we can talk about that. We don't need to talk about that. But I did a joint, right, with a French producer called Clem Beats, called After All This Time. And this was in like 2014. That was like, it was like that song introduced me to the world. So when I did that joint, so many different producers reached out to me. One of them was SoulChef. Do you know what I mean? And he had like super dope tracks. And I was like obviously overjoyed to like contribute some vocals to his stuff. So we did a joint called Sky High, right? Which again was a dope joint. It was off his album Good Vibes, which came out in 2015. And actually at the time he sent me a bunch of beats, right? And I worked on them. And for whatever reason, it just stopped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just stopped. Like, I probably wasn't in the right place in my life at the time. And SoulChef, he's mad busy, man. You know what I mean? He's always got a million projects jumping off. So it was like, it stopped. And then I think at the end of last year, there's a song that I've always loved that we worked on. It's on the album and it's called Grateful. And I said to him, I hit him up and I was like, yo, bro, I really love this song. Do you mind if I just put it on my Instagram as a, whatever. I was doing this thing called Freestyle Friday, where I would just, every week I would post an unfinished song or a freestyle or whatever, just to keep people like interested. So I put it on there and like the response was real strong. And then SoulChef came back to me and he was like, yo, man, you started listening to all the joints that we did before. He was like, why did we never put this out? And I was like, yeah, But in a way that was good because it's like now a lot of those songs, they've already stood the test of time. It's like if 4 years later, you can listen to the song and you be like, yo, I'm still feeling this.
That's really hard because sometimes, like when I hear older stuff, you can tell it's older shit.
Yeah.
Like I listen, like if I find an artist, for example, and I'm just finding them, but they've been out for a minute, and then I'll hear like some of their old beats. I'm like, this is fire, but this sounds like '98. Like, and I'm not good with that, but if I can tell, then it's real obvious.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you can really tell, but when it's still hitting, that's fire.
That's it, man. That's why we were like, yo, this is actually timeless in an era now where everything is so quick and so disposable. So like, okay, fair enough. It's not like necessarily you listen to it. It's not like trap. It's not like trap. But it's timeless. It's like when you hear "Woo Ha" by Busta Rhymes, you don't think that sounds fresh to this day. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to do, like trying to make hip hop that sounds fresh in every era.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, man, with timeless. When you've got music that's timeless,
you
play that any given moment. And obviously, depending on the setting, but even then, you could reach someone no matter what mindset they're in, as long as they're listening. And not disregarding content like, you know, this fast-paced home feed scrolling era we're in. Just got to give that moment, and then you get something timeless. That's I did like Grateful a lot, actually.
Oh, thank you, man.
Grateful for the boots that you took into work. Like, wasn't that one of the lyrics?
Yeah, man.
Where you so yeah, because of you also mentioned. I'm jumping the gun and speaking about everything in one go here. So
do your thing, man. Just flow, man. Do your flow, man. No pressure, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's it. So you so the lyrics read something like how you were, you know, grateful to remember your boots that you took in to work, right? And then something about how you were writing trains on the track. No, you're writing tracks on the train.
Tracks on the train. Yeah, that's actually a different joint.
Is it?
Yeah.
Some sucker around, man.
That's nah, it's all good. That's another joint. But yeah, a lot of my stuff is revolving around being grateful, man. Because it's like I'm really lucky. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're all lucky. I mean, look at the surroundings that we're sat in right now. This is beautiful, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why I wanted to, like, on the album, it's like that concept of no pressure comes from, like, we put so much pressure on ourselves, like, society now to be perfect when everything is great already, like, for us.
Yeah.
Largely. Like, you know, obviously we all have our personal struggles that we go through, but compared to, like, or if you put it on a world view, it's not that much. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not belittling it, I'm not trivializing what you're going through. I just feel like if you realize you don't need to worry that much, then life's a bit better, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I used to be overanalyzing things, being analytical.
There you go.
Some Professor Xavier type
There you go.
shit.
There you go.
And then learned to master it, man, and just easy flowing, and like, you know, you get a lot more done in that time. Man. It's a blessing to kind of realize that, and you know.
But that's really interesting. So the song you're talking about is a song called Do Less.
Yeah.
Which is like from my last album.
Yeah, I remember the video.
Yeah.
I remember
that video. And to be honest, I feel like No Pressure is the sequel to Do Less.
Yeah.
Like there's that link there, you know what I'm saying? It's like I was telling everyone, like, guys, you're doing too much. You know what I mean? Like, because I see it, because I'm a doctor as well. I still practice. I'm a GP. So many people come up to me, and I see that their only problem is that they're just doing too much. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But modern life...
I forgot you as a GP. What's this on my foot, man? Because while you're here, bullshit.
So it's interesting that when we're talking about No Pressure, you jump to Do Less, because I was like, yeah, it is connected.
Because it resonates.
It is connected, and it is... And that's why when SoulChef was like, yo, let's do this, I was like, yes, this is the next thing. Even though Do Less is newer than, I would say, so on this album, I don't know if I should say this. Now we keep it real, like.
It's timeless music.
It's timeless music, bro. But there are 3 songs on it which were recorded in 2000 well, all of them were re-recorded. So all of them I recorded originally, and then I re-recorded with my new style, you know what I'm saying?
We will elevate.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I've been doing a lot of performing, working with people like Johnny Voltic, do you know what I mean, who's super dope, and like learning from these people and like really performing at a high level. And I also got involved in doing all these orchestral renditions of like classic hip-hop albums. And learning those albums helped me learn different like cadences, different flows, you know what I mean? Like put myself in someone else's shoes. And then so when I record now, it's like completely different from when it was just like rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So re-recorded it, but so there's like 3 joints on there that are like completely 2019, you know what I mean? But like a lot of them are like 2014, 15, 16, you know what I mean?
You come at it totally different, though. It's like we do everything in life like that, because we've always known how to, like, drive a car, say, for example, since you learned how to drive a car. but as you've gotten older, you drive differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how to cook something. Yeah. But I can make it a little better this time.
Yeah.
I learned, that's what it is. Put a little bit more salt or whatever you want to. You change the ingredients a little bit, add a little bit of pinch more of this and a little less of that. That's it, man. It's all the same shit. Yeah. But you just, you finesse it a little bit. You get a little bit more love.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So how did you, what was the writing process for like most of the CD? Obviously, we know we just talked about the last track that we were just listening to. And, did you like sit down and you say this is what I want to do, or how do you come to getting the lyrics together for the song? Like,
so this is quite interesting for this album, right? So for like a song like this, the one in the background now, "Don't Be Afraid," it's the vocal sample in it. "Don't be afraid," and it was like that's what resonated with me. Right. And at the time, because I just saw again in my job, right, literally everyone that walks in, they're afraid of something. What are you afraid of? You're afraid you got cancer. You're afraid you're having a heart attack. You're afraid you're having a clot in you're afraid you've got dementia. You're afraid you're going crazy. When a lot of the time, it's that fear that is the worst part of it, because whatever you're going through is probably not cancer, it's probably not dementia, it's probably not you know what I'm saying?
That's what reading online does, man.
Yeah, well,
shows you you're gonna die in 2 hours.
That's it. So that's
back to you.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's why in the track. So I'm talking about like, it's a marketing tool. Fear is a marketing tool. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's how it's big money, right? Big pharma. They make money out of like, medicalizing everything. So that's where that came from. And then what happened was, as the album like came into shape, I realized that all of the titles of the songs were saying like a paragraph. So it says like, so the song the songs on the album are "Don't Be Afraid." Second track is "Tomorrow." So I was like, okay, don't be afraid of tomorrow. The next song is called "Soon." Then the song after that is called "You Will." And then the song after that is called "Find Your Way."
Okay.
So I had like a paragraph that was all the song titles. And then some words were missing. So I would take those words. So for example, "You Will" was missing between "Soon" and "Find Your Way." And then I would come up with the concept for the song "You Will." And I was like, okay, there's going to be a joint called "You Will."
Based off a track list.
Because I was like, clever. Yeah, because I was like everything, like you already identified. It's like do less. It is sort of no pressure. Do you know what I mean? So it was like everything I was saying was like coming from the same place, which is a place I had gotten to in my life in terms of what I wanted to say, and also what I wanted to say was like being a rapper who's done this for however long, right? I'm tired of the same old shit. I don't want to hear the same old... Like, when I rap, I don't want to rap about this. Like, I started as a battle rapper, right? I started like...
That's shit.
I'm doper than you.
I love battle rap.
I love battle rap. Big L is like my favorite rapper of all time. You know what I'm saying? That's a bit extreme, but Big L is like... Big L is...
There.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
I remember...
Man. That's okay.
When
good.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could have said some worse shit.
You could have said Slim Thug.
Nah, but I want to keep
Slim
it.
Thug's cool. Soulja Slim, I meant. Sorry.
I want to keep it real. I want to keep it real though. Like, but that's where I came from, right? So battle rap, smart ways of saying I'm better than you, right? I got tired of that. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, and then I get tired of like the relationship raps. You know what I mean? It's like I've not really been in that many complicated relationships, so I can't do the Drake "I'm pining over girls" kind of bars. You know what I'm saying? Like. So I was like, what is it? What is it? And like, I'm a doctor. Like, I try and help people. And honestly, I feel like this is, if you want help, if this is a good approach to have. You know what I'm saying? To like try and make things a little bit easier. You know what I mean? So that's where the kind of concepts all come from.
How do you like avoid like falling into the commercial trap? I call it, because
by having a job.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, as far as the music is concerned, because what's popping is for like younger listeners isn't going to be the same shit for what I'm liking.
No, of course, 100%.
And I feel like a lot of times creatives, I consider everybody that does anything outside of the standard as a creative. Right?
100%, me too. Yeah. we're all creatives in here.
Right,
yeah.
you know, we want to do something that's going to be liked and enjoyed by the masses, or at least exposed to the masses.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like I can't even really hear what's going on in the background on the music because I'm focused on this. But I can hear it, and I know I fuck with it just based off of the energy that I'm getting from it.
Yeah.
You know, like off the background, I'm like, oh, I kind of fuck with that track or that rhythm or whatever I'm hearing. I like it.
Yeah.
Whereas if I had maybe like my younger cousin in here in the studio or somebody that's like 20 years old, they're not fucking with that probably.
Yeah, you're
They
right.
want to hear something completely different.
You're right, 100%.
So how do you feel, or even do you even consider it when you're making music to try and keep that influence away, or even maybe even just bring aspects of that influence in to when you're doing?
Yeah.
That's a big ass question.
That's deep.
Nah, I know what you're saying. And the thing is, number one, as an artist, I feel like you have to be you. So I'm not Young Thug. As much as I like Young Thug. So I have to be me. And number two, I do want to avoid the trap of being, they're like, oh, he's just a retro artist. Or this is just old school hip hop. This isn't anything new. So I am mindful of that when I'm writing my stuff. And if you listen very closely to the raps, you will see like there are modern elements of like what is popping at the moment. A little bit in there because I listen to it all and I'm aware of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're right. You don't want it to be like, oh, this sounds like it was made in '98. You know what I mean? Like, do you know what I'm saying? I never want to sound like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right. I am conscious of it, but equally, I don't want to go all the way. Like, okay, this is what's popping now, so I'm gonna jump on that. If it's not me,
Right.
And what is me? You know what? On the way here, right, I had a revelation. I was in the car, right, and I've turned my phone on, right, and earlier I had sent someone "Don't Be Afraid" because I'm thinking of a video. I've just come up with a concept for a video for it. So I played "Don't Be Afraid" played on my thing, and I was driving, so I couldn't change it, right? And because I don't listen to my own shit like a lot, you know what I mean? So, but then Spotify started playing radio based on that track, right? And it was the first time Spotify has ever played songs related to my songs that I actually liked. Do you know what I mean? I was like, Illa J came on, like Blue came on, MF Doom came on, and I was like, yo, this is me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, this is what I loved as I was listening to what I listened to and I think is super dope. And somehow this machine has figured out, this is where this guy's from.
What it's about.
Do you know what I mean? And I was like, I was really happy with that because before I would look at my related artists on Spotify and I would be very upset.
Sometimes, man, the machine can't get it right, but I guess they were the creators.
I know, and so I was buzzing. I kind of, but anyway, we're talking about how you stay you, I guess, and not fall into the trap of trying to, make quick money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm a professional, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a grown man. I can't be acting like these children, man.
That's the thing, isn't it? I hear a lot of people saying, like a lot of hip-hop heads talking about how bad the music is now. But you have to appreciate the fact that we're 40-plus years old, or some of us.
Yeah, some of us.
Right. I'm there. Y'all
it's all good. It's all love, bro. Yeah, like I said, timeless.
Right, but that music's not for us.
No, it's not. 100%.
They ain't making it for me.
No, 100%.
Let them win.
Yeah.
Let them make the shit. It's for 20-year-old kids.
Because someone wasn't appreciating Dead Prez or LL Cool J. They would turn that racket down.
100%.
That's what it was. They used to call it rap crap. Yeah, that's what it was when it first launched.
Yeah.
When it was going
My argument to that is, though, that had some substance, whereas this, what is the substance? Probably some Class A drug.
I think it's really geared more towards a feeling than it is substance-based music. Whereas...
And then that being the experience.
That's the experience that they want to have.
Yeah.
So it's like if you think about like pop music that was cracking back in the 90s, like Britney Spears running around and, hit me baby one more time. None of that shit meant anything really. It was really some bullshit lyrics.
Yeah.
But that shit was popping. It was slapping and it was on the radio all the time.
Yeah.
It was in the clubs.
Yeah.
And we watched the videos, and she blew up, and her music wasn't shit. So it was that energy, I think, that people gravitated towards.
There's some great stuff though, man.
What, hit me baby one more time?
No, you're talking about the stuff that the younger. I actually think the young ones now, they're back on that lyrical.
Yeah,
they're
you're
back
right.
on that
I've
lyrical,
noticed that trend.
I feel like lyrical hip hop is coming back. Some of these cats now, because some of these trap beats are incredible, man. Do you know what I mean? These production techniques that these guys are using to make something so minimal slap.
Yeah.
That's like skill. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
you know, okay, they're not chopping up like DJ Premier was, you know what I mean, or Pete Rock, you know what I'm saying? But some people would say Swiss Beats. Some people, I remember when Swiss Beats first came up, the purists were hating on Swiss Beats because they were like, oh, he makes his beats with a Casio keyboard. Do you know what I mean?
Bougie to say that.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the same thing that some people are saying about like this new trap generation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything goes in circles. My thing is I'm professional, right? I don't give a shit if a 16-year-old doesn't like my shit. What the fuck does a 16-year-old know? Moreover, if I do a show, I'm not a child entertainer. No. I don't want 14 plus coming with your parents to my show. You like my music, great, no problem. But I that's not what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
target audience.
I'm a professional, bruh. I'm not a child entertainer, so I'm not trying to go down that route. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, for me, that just feels awful. It feels horrendous. Like, no disrespect to anyone who that's what they want to do with their life. You know what I mean? I went to see Joker the other day. Being a clown is cool. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's not for me.
Yeah, but you get boxed in if you do that too, because then you have to make music for kids.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
And they grow up.
It's true, and then they leave you behind. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's what happens with boy bands, and then they grow up.
Yeah.
You know, and then they're not appealing to 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Shout out to the 16-year-olds that are feeling you though. Just already.
Yeah. No, I see my Spotify. I see my Spotify demographics, man. There's not many 16-year-olds in there, man.
All right, fuck them then.
Nah. I love to any 16-year-olds because they're the ones that will get your shit popping,
man. They're the future.
They'll get your shit popping, man. You go to one school, you do one school appearance.
For real, you're
on fire, cuz you're on fire.
Right.
I ain't hating no 16-year-olds. Don't come at me, man.
No. It's all love. It's all love. Like I said, the new generation. I got time for them. The Gen Zs.
Yeah.
They're promising, man. You know what I mean?
Right. So new artists. Speaking of new artists, so I try to stay. I'm not successful at it, but I try to stay in touch with somewhat with what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we've got this kid with the fucked up hair, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah, well, he's done now, as far as I can see.
So
you think he's gonna get?
I think the people will allow him in. When I mean people, I mean like.
What do you mean the people will allow him? What do you mean?
Well, sorry, I jumped in there again, but I feel like public with no morale will allow him in, and because they're trying to say that they're trying to justify what he did. They'll be like, oh, if you're in this position, you would do that. I remember Remy Ma on one of her shows with Joe Budden, she was saying that if you're not about that life, don't get involved in the first place. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime, right?
But she's thugged out like that.
Yeah,
but he's gonna do time, right?
Do the time, yeah, but
potentially,
Either way, he's saying that I'm hearing, whether it's true or false, that he's about to make music. He's not going to witness protection.
Yeah, he's like, fuck that shit. I am test my gangster.
He's still on that.
He's gonna die, man. He needs to watch out.
I'm gonna lie. I liked some of Tekashi's songs.
Some of his shit was slapping. I liked it.
Shit slapped.
But the thing of it is,
my man was like, really?
It was that
I'm staying quiet, man.
New York like. That onyxy type sound.
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
It kind of has that vibe to it.
He's not Fredro Starr.
No, I'm not comparing them, but the energy was there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's entertainment. Let's take it as entertainment,
100%. He's a character,
right? That's all he is, and that's kind of how like Nicki Minaj was when she came out. They made her, gave her this big butt, and she made her into all these different things.
Yeah.
And that's why like Cardi B is so important in light because she's that.
Yeah, I like Cardi. And I think Cardi's dope.
Right. So, but he's gonna make music, and I think the thing of it is with him being the younger audience, him catering to the younger audience, they don't care that he was what he did, that he snitched and did whatever else that he did. they want to hear his music.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't give a shit about, all that other side shit.
Uh-huh.
So he can come out. He can still make music.
Yeah. Is he going to get out, though?
Either way, he might have access to a booth or something.
10 years, at least.
I'm hearing that on both sides.
But the man of snitching he's doing, he's going to get his...
that can't get you that much time off, surely.
The amount of shit he telling everything ain't even
poor old Jim Jones is getting dragged in. I'm like, leave him alone,
Everybody's getting pulled in, right? So he's we'll see.
He even said
but
Cardi B was like and she was like and she's not even a part of no what was it?
Is she not? I think she's okay, yeah.
And Bloods gang or something.
Yeah.
He was saying or something.
Yeah.
I don't pretend to understand the whole gangs and how they all work kind of thing, but I don't know. I thought he was going to jail pretty much. Well, definitely.
I don't know what kind of charges they were trying to put on him versus what the info he was given, so that we could kind of decide. From what I heard from somebody that I respect as far as the legal system is concerned, she says, "Oh yeah, he's going to do some time."
Yeah, that's the impression I got. Yeah,
some time.
Yeah.
He's going to do some time, but he's already been.
Time served, right?
Yeah, he's already been detained for. It's been almost.
It's over a year, right?
It ain't been quite that long. It's been about 6-8 months that he's been up.
Okay.
So by the time trial and all that, he's going to have like a year plus time served. He's going to probably get like maybe 5 years. He'll do 2.5, 3 years. Right? Then he'll get out. But the thing about all the snitching and him being dead and whatnot, and I was watching a different podcast. I don't know if it was, Breakfast Club. It doesn't matter what it was, but. The culture is not the same as
it's not.
Back in like the 90s.
Yeah.
People aren't as hardcore on the streets as they were back in the day. As far as
it's like Jay said, right? You killed X, let Zimmerman live. Streets is done.
I said that exact same, and I hadn't even heard that until just now. And I commented that exact same shit on the podcast comments on YouTube.
Yeah.
I said, if George Zimmerman is walking around right now, ain't shit happening to this kid. And then somebody said, that's the dumbest logic I've fucking heard. I go, what the fuck are you talking about? This guy is like public enemy number one in the black community, at least at that time. He's up there with white cops. He's up there. If you saw him. But
I guess with Zimmerman didn't snitch. And I guess snitching is like the cardinal. Seems to be anyway. I don't know. I'm not gangster, so I don't know.
Me either. But at the same time, the whole point is if I don't like somebody that's done something foul as shit, we gonna get at them.
No, I feel you, Jay.
And they ain't getting at none of these people. Nobody's getting at nobody. Everybody's just talking shit. And getting on the little Instagram or whatever. And, nobody's doing anything. Whereas back in the 80s, they was pulling up on your ass. Everybody was getting shot and all that shit. So he can still make music. 50 Cent's doing like a documentary on him. They're doing like a docuseries on that, and somebody else I saw. Like
wasn't 50? 50's doing a documentary on someone who got wrongfully evicted, and then he took those that evicted him to trial.
Okay.
And it's Isaac something. I forgot. I was about to say Hayes, but it's definitely not Isaac Hayes. But,
we dug him up.
Isaac Newton.
Dug him up too. But they're doing a thing on 6ix9ine, a documentary on his whole series of life, him snitching all the way from music to snitch. So, I think he comes out, I think he still makes music. And if he makes some kind of like, I snitched song or something, that shit's gonna fucking blow up, man.
Nah, I think he's done. I think he's done.
He's done, but like you were saying, there's gonna be demand for him because people are gonna forget about it. Something else.
As a parody, maybe he might have like another 6 months or something.
Yeah.
But
I'll have to do something else again.
He doesn't have no longevity.
It's
definitely not got no staying power.
There's no timeless music, man. That's only you, bro.
He's definitely gonna make more music though, and it's gonna blow up.
Although he surprised everyone though, because everyone thought he would be a one-track wonder. And let's be honest, he is more than a one-track wonder.
Yeah, no, he made.
He had like four or five tracks.
He has 6 tracks in the Billboard 100.
Because I remember when he first came, I remember Ebro trolling him, and he ran rings around Ebro in that interview. And then, so who knows? Maybe he will bounce back. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
When he came on Breakfast Club, I was like, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And then he came back again after he had gotten kidnapped or whatever. And then I was like, yeah, okay. He's very charismatic. You know? I love to watch the kid. He's interesting to watch.
Yeah.
And the second interview, I think, was better than the first one. So I was like, okay, I kind of fuck with this kid a little bit. From a TV standpoint. He's kind of like Soulja Boy. Like when he came on and did Breakfast Club a couple months ago, or maybe last year.
Is that when he was...
Drake?
Yeah.
That guy was fucking killing me, man.
That was funny.
He's very entertaining to watch. Okay, I don't really mess with his music that much. But he was one of the first people that they were saying, like, you know, he messed up hip hop because he changed
Soulja.
Music was made, you know, or where he was making different type of music. But those kind of guys I think are interesting to watch. They'll always be around in some capacity. You can always put them in some sort of entertainment field and they'll make us laugh. But
I feel like there's a space for all of it. Like the thing about hip hop, the other day I was watching the video for Cameron, Horse and Carriage, right? And in the video I saw Styles P, Cannabis, Wyclef Jean. Hip hop, it didn't all used to be one sound. You know, you had Cannabis, the lyrical manimal, damage you, Hamidu, you know what I mean?
Right.
Then you have Cameron and Mace, who are like the jiggy rappers. Then you have Styles P, who was like the underground street rapper. Like, you know, but it's like now it's all been streamlined into there's just one type of fucking rapper. Do you know what I mean? The fucking, or you have your outliers like J. Cole and Kendrick, but everyone else is a trap fucking bling, like,
because that's what's selling.
Women with big asses,
that's what production
big titties.
Wants. That's what production.
But
the labels are telling them to do that.
Now and if you take it even further, it's some sort of conspiracy to, you know, keep black people in a certain place. Do you know what I mean?
Right. So let me say this, and then we can switch topics before we get out of here and talk about your performances coming up weekend.
A word.
I know a guy that used to work for Maverick Records, I think. He used to handle like Madonna's accounts, and I probably said this on different podcasts. He used to handle some big accounts with music. And he's in the studio, in the meeting at the record label. And they're talking about rap music. This is when he had started handling. He was handling all their black artists. They would give him to Zoe, you know, because he's the black guy there, right?
Yeah.
Give him to Zoe. So the guy says we need to make music that'll keep the prisons full.
Woo!
I mean, and I was about to jump on that. That's where we're going into NWA gangbanging culture.
I read all that. I read
40 ounces to keep everyone drunk and. You know, as much as, you know, we embrace...
You believe that?
Well, with a pinch of salt, I'll take everything in. And I think, you know...
I love the NWA.
I love NWA.
And the production as well. That's not like basic...
We can't take away from their great music. But NWA anyway. But generalizing the whole culture of thugging,
gangster rap,
and gangbanging and gangster rap. That was pushed further than any Common. Well, Common kind of did do his thing actually, but you know, just like the whole conscious sound was.
Conscious sound had a minute though. I don't know. I don't know. You might,
but not as much as gangster rap blew up.
No, because that was something that was intriguing. So that I can now see how a whole completely different sector of society is living, and I don't have to go in there and be dealing with that shit. Right? I don't have to get exposed to it personally, but I can watch it from over here. And that's interesting for me, too. I mean, I fucked with it for that reason, to a small degree. I like the music, but I also was intrigued. Like, I watch prison documentaries all the time. I know that if I ever fuck up, I'm fucked. You know, I want to be where them motherfuckers are. That's why Tekashi is singing right now, because he's like, he ain't about that life. So we can see it. And then the thing of it is to me, hip-hop, and I get into this debate with my people back home all the time, hip-hop needs and needed white rappers all the time, and they always, in my opinion, keep hip-hop sustained. So I got a friend, he used to talk shit about the Beastie Boys. He hates the Beastie Boys. Hate.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like, and he came to my house, and I had like that whole library. And he's like, "You like them niggas?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." I'm like, "You gotta understand."
Beastie Boys are dope, man.
Right? I'm like, this is a completely different lane of hip hop.
Yeah.
Right. So if the Beastie Boys, they were on tour with Run DMC back in the day. Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, if Beastie Boys didn't exist, you would almost certainly not have half of the shit you're listening to now. So hip hop came out, or mainstream. It's been out for a while, but in the '80s, we kind of got our Run DMCs and so on. Then here come Beastie Boys. So then now white people can listen to hip hop too, and they like that. So they're like, oh, we can kind of participate in this. It's completely different. They're not rapping about the same shit, and their videos were dope because they were completely different, right? So here they go, hip hop, and then hip hop started to change. And then Hammer came out, and then he's dancing, and then we had a little bit of progression. And they're like, "All right, we need another white rapper." So then that's when they dropped
Vanilla
Ice.
Yeah.
So then he looked just like Hammer, but he was white, right? So they're keeping the interest going, and then you have Eminem comes in, So, but he was like the first real white rapper.
He was organic,
right?
man.
To do more like a black sound, we'll say, like a inner city sound. So. And the industry was set up for him to win anyway because he was the only one like that. And
he didn't feel like that though.
No, but he was.
He felt like he was set up to fail because exactly what you just said. All the rappers before were like MC Hammer,
right?
Beastie Boys were dope, but he wasn't like a Beastie Boys kind of rapper. He was like a rapper.
A real proper
Do you know what I mean?
rapper,
So like
right.
he felt like everything was against him. And I remember Dre talking about it. Did you see the Dre
Fine ones or
yeah. With Iveen and all those guys. He was talking about because Dre was on his last legs as well. He needed something new.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which we never think of because the dude's just massive.
Right.
But he's like, fuck, man. Whatever happened with Death Row happened. And then he was like, he bet it all on and everyone told him to stay away. Do you know what I mean? Like, no one wants another MC fucking Hammer, not MC Vanilla Ice. Sorry.
Ice, right.
Yeah. So, anyway, sorry to interrupt.
No.
But, yeah. Like, you're right. It was set up for him to win. I'd agree with that. But for him, it didn't feel like that. And I think they needed to come get across a lot of barriers to make what they did happen.
No, of course, absolutely. And I know that a lot of people that are really into hip hop that weren't in the culture, they gravitate towards him. But most people that buy music, buy it, are white people.
Exactly, 100%.
And that's why they need to market to that demographic.
Yeah.
Like if I go to when we went to Black Star, Mos Def, Talib Kweli.
Yeah.
65% of that audience was white.
White, yeah.
And even if you go to New York, same shit.
Bro, we did the Tribe Called Quests.
Fuck off. And y'all didn't call me? I'm out.
And,
hold up, you supported them?
No.
They did an album?
Yeah, we did.
The
Thanks
rendition.
for watching.
Yeah.
We're out. Fuck
we
you
did.
guys.
I thought you knew about this.
And I said, if y'all do Tribe, I'm here.
Maybe it was after. Maybe it was before.
Man,
Or maybe it wasn't Tribe.
We did. No. We did low end theory, bro.
Oh,
low end
shit.
theory. And
The Jeeps.
Right.
And
Come on, man.
bro, the audience was just all white.
Yeah.
Oh, and these all white people in their 50s coming through because
40s.
they, white people look older when they get older, right? So yeah. So I was like, wow. I was like, it was dope though. It was dope.
That's a different sound. It's like that was almost like. Would we consider that conscious rap? Not really, but it was kind of. It kind of was.
It was like a boom bap. No, it wasn't even that. It was like conscious sounds, but with some.
It was that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Because Fife and Q-Tip aren't really.
Fife is definitely not it. He was always about the booty.
Yeah.
I mean, it's real. To me, that's real hip hop.
It is, without a doubt.
You have that jazz.
sound musically, it's just amazing, man.
That was my favorite band ever, hip hop band.
100%. Tribe Called Quest, man. They don't get enough credit, to be honest.
They really don't.
No,
it's just terrible, really. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
We're not here to complain. We keep
we got what we were given, and it was good.
Yeah.
That was great. That
Great
last
music.
CD that they put out after Fife Pass was dope too. I really like that one as well.
Yeah.
So I think the music is designed for.
You're right. It's been whitewashed. It's been whitewashed
to be watched, right? So when you have these new artists that are coming up, they need to be able to make something that can be played in the club.
Yeah.
And if it can't be played in the club, then it can't be sold. And if it can't be sold, then the record label's not making any money. So that's why these underground artists, they don't make as much money. And when they are out there, we don't even frickin' support them. A lot of times it's the white people that go there that buy the music, go to the concerts.
100%.
But we'll fuck with the music.
Yeah.
We'll fuck with it. Like, I got Talib Kweli follows me on Insta or Twitter or something like that. He goes at everybody. He is so militant.
He is. His Twitter game.
He is, yes.
Twitter fingers. He's ready to respond.
What's he saying?
He'll respond to anyone.
Everybody.
Who's he going at, though?
Anybody that's got anything negative to say about anything black, he is coming for your head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that his thing now? Is that like? I feel like that is sort of what he's like.
Gets
like a social
and,
media guy.
Yeah, he's like, why are you entertaining it? But he's like, these conversations are necessary, and is to kind of essentially trying to just school them. Racists.
Well, and he does. But I'm like, and I've even said to him, I'm like, bro, but you're like up here. You need to just let us handle these motherfuckers. We got this. Just watch. It's cool. But but no, I like the music, but that type of stuff is very much driven towards entertainment, keeping us happy, I think. And it's like stuff like you're making, like this is dope music. Like I can just listen to this anywhere I go.
Thank you, man.
But like I could play it at a party, but you won't hear people dancing it on the club.
No, you won't. Yeah,
and that's why a lot of this new stuff has a certain type of sound to it, and it's always like that though. There's always been that group of music that whether or not it's for the club, is for sale, like the NWAs and whatnot. Because I grew up in the suburbs in Michigan, and little white kids. I used to work in a record store back in the day when that was what was up.
Nice, man.
And it was over Christmas. I did it like temporarily for the season. It was in '93, and I remember it was when Doggy Style had come out.
Jeez.
And little white kids wanted Doggy Style, and they would be sending their parents in to buy Doggy Style for Christmas because it had that label on there.
Yeah.
They couldn't buy it. Then I would go, "You getting ready to buy that?" And it would be like some 30-year-old white lady, with blonde hair, big rock on her finger. Oh, it's for my nephew, or it's for my son for Christmas. I'm like, you buying them that? Like, do you know what that is? I'm like, look at the cover.
Yeah.
It's
called Doggy Style.
Right. I'm like, all right. So, they want it and they listen to it. It's kind of like, what's that movie? Was it CB4 or something like that?
You put me on that
and the politician's son wanted to listen to MC Gusto, and, it's a little white kid. He's like, we got to get rid of this shit, and that's how it is. But it sells.
Yeah, it does sell. There's no doubt about that, man.
Whatever sells is what they want you to make.
Yeah, 100%, man.
So.
But we're like the black sheep. So, like, I won't go with the mainstream with it. I switch my ear off to Snitch 9 or whatever his name is. And, I'll tweak my ears and my antennas to what will resonate with me. And that's ultimately food for thought. Prescribed for my well-being.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
but there's a time and a place for everything, though, right?
Yeah, there is.
It's like DMX was saying in that interview with GQ. He was like, no one wants to feel happy all the time. Sometimes you wanna put you feel angry, right? You wanna put on a song that will make you feel even more angry because you wanna embrace that emotion. Now that might be self-destructive, but you can't deny, like, have you ever felt really, really sad and, like, really indulged yourself in feeling sad by feeling even more sad?
Yes.
By playing the most smallest violin ever.
and how good that feels.
Yeah.
So, and another thing I was going to say was something that 2 Chainz always stuck with me. 2 Chainz said, smart people can act dumb, but dumb people can't act smart.
Facts.
So it's like if you're making music and you need to have a certain level of intelligence to understand, Kendrick or J. Cole or any of these more lyrical rappers. So by you making a song like that, you already exclude anyone who's fucking dumb. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you make a dumb song, you don't exclude anyone because smart people like to act dumb. It's called going out on a Friday night. You know what I'm saying? So that was that's always stuck with me when 2 Chainz dropped that.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
Does that impact your work ever? I mean, like when you guys
I have simplified my stuff a lot. Like I said, I came from battle rap where it was like mad metaphors and you know what I mean, just too many rhymes. No one can like you're counting how many rhymes, how many 46 rhymes in those 4 bars. That's incredible. No one cares, man. You know what I mean? Like I have simplified it, but also there is an art in having a simple line that's effective. And that's far harder than coming up with something really complicated, but that's clever. Do you know what I mean? I honestly believe it's a much harder skill to deliver something that's seemingly quite simple and almost banal, but making it something special. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm trying to go with my lyrics nowadays, as opposed to I heard someone talk about my this album on another podcast, and they were like, you ain't really getting deep bars. And I was like, bro, you ain't listening, blood. You don't know. But I let it slide. But you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I do take that and I do try and make it something that you don't need to be that smart to understand, but there's going to be something more underneath it. Like if you want to go further, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you can simplify it and then reach more people, but if we're not even looking at the numbers, something that it's just you can get it. If the smartest thing to do is simplify something, right? So if you're trying to get a message across,
100%. Why do you think Apple is so successful? Like in terms of what's it called? They call it UX or or ergonomics. Do you know what I mean? It's the foundation of, I feel like, anything that's successful. You know what I'm saying? Like Uber. You know what I mean? Like before we used to try and get a taxi. You can't get a taxi. You know what I'm saying? Like
the line's, busy. So, but now we've got an app.
Just Just the way it works. Like I feel like that's the genius. But that's just me, man. You know what I mean?
Oh man, yeah, it works, man. It works, and if it works, then it makes sense. So
that's it.
So tell us about your show. We can get out of here. You got a show.
Oh, word. I have a show Friday the 11th of October at Hootenanny in Brixton. Come through. It's the album release show. We're celebrating the new album, No Pressure. SoulChef has sent me some because SoulChef has a lot of fans all around the world. He sent me some exclusive stuff. Because I'm a DJ, and then we're gonna perform the whole album. When we say we, me and my band, Louis Vester, who was behind the guy behind all the orchestral stuff. And Pete Adam Hill on drums. So yeah, Hootenanny, Brixton, London, Friday the 11th of October. Come through 9:00. It's gonna be live.
Fire. Where's your social media? Where can people find you?
Okay, so now it's all about Instagram, right? Yeah. So Instagram at Dr. Chima Anya. So ChimaAnya. And then I think Facebook. It's the Doctor. Twitter is just Chima Anya, ChimaAnya. That's it.
Dope. Thanks for coming out today.
Hey, thanks for inviting me, man. I had a great time, man. Like, this is super cool, man. Just chatting, talk about hip hop. That's dope, man.
It's the best, man.
Thank you so much for inviting me, man. I appreciate it.
Try and come down there and get your show.
Oh, for real.
Get some follow-up footage.
For real.
And see what's up.
Yeah, man.
So that's it. Peace. Subscribe. Rate, review, do all that good shit.
Word up.
Thanks for watching.
Word up. I'll come in when I'm ready. Yeah. I'ma make a little coffee when I wake up in the morning. Ain't a hater that can stop me, cause today is gonna be the greatest day. It is so saucy, cause today I got no pressure. Sun is shining through the window, but I'm closing all the blinds because I'm playing my Nintendo. Cause I wanna see how Mario be riding for his kinfolk. Princess Peaches in the temple, but I'm a saver. No pressure. No pressure. I've been playing for some hours and I'm spitting fireballs because I'm powered by the flowers. So the munchies setting in, looking for something to devour. But before that, brother man, I gotta jump up in the shower. No pressure. No pressure. In the shower, I reflect. This like the only place where I'm grateful for some pressure. Water splashing on my face as I think about the day, how I'm gonna get that pay. Maybe try to lose some weight. No pressure. No
stress. I see the pressure today, but I'm gonna do it my way. My feet on the ground, I'm ready now. The tension is fading.
No stress.
Hey. I see the pressure today, but I'm gonna do it my way. I sit and I see the pieces of me slowly fall into place.
So I open up the fridge, got a wide array of veggies, got some meat and got some fish. Ain't trying to be obsessive, yo, as long as it's delicious. And nobody getting ripped, no pressure. Nobody. See, as long as it's just fat, then I couldn't really care. Too much aggro in the air, yo, it's way too much to bet. I've escaped the dragon's lair, I ain't going back there. I ain't going back there. Yeah, I'd rather make another song. Could be short, it could be long. Could be weak, it could be strong. It could stop, it could go on. Could be pop, it could be whatever. No pressure. No pressure. It goes pressure. You've had your own way for too many days. So now all I got to just say is no pressure. No pressure.
I see the pressure today,